hey everyone, what if everything that you prepare up to this point in life has only been, a stepping stone towards something greater? What if everything that you planned, everything that you thought life was going to be, it's just going to be, it would just be a lot of change in there, and you know where you're going, the direction might change, all of these, little things out there. And today's guest is someone who's not navigated the linear path. She's moved, she's a philanthropist, she's a businesswoman, and her journey is very inspiring. She's an advocate for women's empowerment. And you think, okay, so what was her journey like? Where did she start? And how did she get here? And if you're curious, that's what we're going to talk about in this interview. So without further ado, and I would like to welcome Dr. Rakhi Shah.
Thank you, Surya.
Great.
Yeah, all great.
Okay. We want to get straight into the,
Sure.
questions or anything. So to start off this, I just want to ask, so could you tell us something that, maybe a secret of yours, something funny or something personal that none of us would do, Rakhi Shah?
No, I don't think there is something like which is not known. I think more or less like my life is sort of an open book, but I don't want to discuss much on that. But yeah, it was like I belong to a very conservative joint family, got married at too early age, again married in a very more conservative joint family. So, and like the upbringing was a sort of thing that you only need to have like a kids and you need to like have education where little bit you can read Ramayana and Gita and all that, something of those sort. So, but finally there was some vacuum deep inside that I am not only for this. I have to do something much bigger and more. So just after when I completed my responsibility related to my family, my kids and all that, then I thought I need to do something more like personal. I need to do something for the society. I need to give back, because once you're born in a place on the earth, it's not that only you're doing it for yourself. So that was a time when I thought I need to do something, and I stepped forward.
Was there a day where you actually just woke up and decided, okay, today's the day I'm going to work towards that something? Or did it just happen gradually?
No, it was not a sudden moment. It was gradually. It took a lot of courage and effort actually. It was over the period of time when I thought, yes, I need to do something. But there was a big question mark. What is that something? So slowly and gradually, then I stepped. I wanted to give a hand to my husband. So then I stepped into the business, and slowly and steadily, step by step, gradually, brick by brick, you have built the castle. It's something like that.
So, ma'am, did the company start in Kolkata? That is where you're from?
Yeah, I am from Calcutta. My husband is from Bihar.
Okay.
Yes.
And so how long has the company been running for before you stepped in?
Company is running for more than 3 decades.
Okay.
And my presence in the company is for almost 2 decades.
Okay.
Yes.
So what did you have to unlearn anything from moving from a homemaker to a businesswoman to an industrial company? Because that's a big change, isn't it? And how would you take that?
It is. There was a big unlearning was having the self-doubt, underestimating myself, being the background where I came from. So there was too much of whether I'll able to do, whether I'll not be able to do. So there was too much of to and fro going on, ping pong, what to do, what not to do, that was there. So there was a big challenge, but there was a clarity of vision, clarity was there, what I want to do. The purpose was very clear. So I just always wanted to learn. Every moment I wanted to learn, to contribute. So yeah, that was a thing where I just had that shift.
Nice. Just on that, for any young woman or man who's struggling with changing careers, because
yes.
you could have wanted that a lot these days.
Yes.
Then the one piece of advice you can just give them on the top of your head.
I can just tell them that never underestimate yourself. Don't self-doubt. Just take a step ahead and move. Because that one step ahead what you take will take you towards the success. And don't never fear with the mistakes. It's until and unless you do the mistake, you will not be able to grow. So have confidence on self. Once you are having your self-confidence, then only the world will have the confidence on you. Simple. Yes.
I'll take that too, ma'am.
Sure.
You've received multiple awards globally and nationally for your work with, the company, as well as the RoSPA Award for maintaining the high standards for occupational health and safety. Occupational health and safety standards in our country, would you say that it's still up to standard? Are people following it? Because we see, let's say, painters or people, construction workers,
Yes.
not wearing helmets. Do you think what is missing there? Like, why isn't it taken seriously?
The awareness is missing.
Oh.
The awareness is missing, but still, in today's date, I'll say that too much of awareness has come up. The big companies, they are becoming very, very particular in terms of safety and other things. So it has been growing. It's not like the earlier days where everything, like you can see the person going on the top floor without the harness and other things, without the helmet and all. No, nowadays when you work into the plants and all, you are not allowed without the helmet. You are not allowed with the safety shoes, your jacket and other things. So the rules have become very, very strict nowadays. So the awareness is still coming.
With your company, ma'am, and you, and if I were to apply to your company, let's say, I'm giving you my CV or coming in for an interview, what is the first thing, or what is one thing that you really look for in a person when they come to your company, or in general when you want to collaborate or anything?
For me, I have never seen the degree of the person. I've just seen the spark of the person, like how willing the person is ready or willing to work. His or her passion about the work, that is more important. Degree doesn't matter, it's on the paper. But your experience matters, your passion matters. Because I know I don't hold a degree. So that's the thing. And that's where the change starts.
And just on the person aspect, you're a philanthropist. So what is it about philanthropy that you love? And why do you do it?
Philanthropy, actually, I just love to work with women. I want to empower them. I want to support and help them to grow, to sustain and to be self-dependent. That's my most important thing, what I look forward into the women, where still in the rural areas, or not only rural, in the urban cities also I've seen, the ladies have the mindset that we need to only take care of the house, the family and the husband, being a homemaker, despite of having there's so much of qualities in them. And I think everybody carries some other qualities. So I just want to empower them, to bring them out. Maybe majority of them, they don't know what to do and how to do. That they don't know how to take the first steps. So every time the first step is the most important one. So I try to help them out, and that's the most precious moment for me when they come up and say, yes, we have did it. So that's the most precious moment.
So what would be your moment? What time did you think today? I mean, from now, I should be an advocate for women's empowerment. Was there a particular moment that changed your thinking about it?
Yes, there was a particular moment, not very specific, but it was there when I learned that yes, I am able to move forward. I have taken a decision with the whole confidence without asking anyone. I am self-dependent and I can do this. So that was a slight moment where it gave me so much of joy and happiness that yes, now I can do it from here, and that courage to move forward. No, maybe if I'll do a mistake, it's absolutely fine. No worries on that. Let me fall and I'll stand up. So that courage when it came into me, and I thought, no, yes, I can move forward. So that was the most precious moment, I think, for me. It's once you listen, it seems to be very small. It seems to be a very small thing. It's not much, but I always believe into being happy in the small moments rather than waiting for the bigger achievements or the bigger moments. So that smallest of tiniest part makes you feel very happy deep inside you when you are very lonely sitting, you are analyzing yourself. So that one simple smile, nothing else can give you.
Oh, nice. What are the small moments in your everyday life that you enjoy? Let's say you have a busy day, challenging day, or even a normal day. Any small moments you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, definitely. I like to share my happiest moments when I'm with my kids, my children. And then there's some me time when I just love to relax and read some of my books, or maybe watching some podcast or something. So little bit with the kids, my family, and then my me time with my books and all.
Oh, very nice.
So I look forward for that every night and basically.
Any books you would like to recommend?
Yes, like I read motivational books, mythological books, fiction, non-fiction, everything. But right now I'm reading The Slight Edge. So it's a really a great book. As I told you earlier, like one simple step, how does it make a difference? Atomic Habits, I really, really want to like ask each and everyone to go through this book, just to read this book. It's a wonderful book. Yeah.
Having done so many things, man, are you used to change now, or is it something you still struggle with every now and then, maybe, of a new change coming into your life?
Change is a constant. It's always there. Once you are fixed at a place, you are stagnant. No. So change is constant. I always want to explore everything new, whatever best possible I can. Any of the new ventures, new places in business, in family, whatever. That gives you that curiosity and enthusiasm to work forward.
Oh, very nice. If you were to go back in time and see your younger self before you ventured into business,
Okay.
as a life coach, what would you tell them?
Never underestimate self. Don't demotivate yourself. Just take a step forward and think, yes, you are learning, and just move forward. That's the most important thing. So, yes, and with that courage only, I am here.
And looking forward in your, let's say, in the years to come, what are you aiming for? Are there any goals personally or professionally which you'd like to share, or anything you're working towards?
Yes, like professionally, I say, like in my business, since it's too much of a male dominated industry. So when I stepped into my business, it took me almost a year when my own company people were not ready to accept me. Like they were not ready to accept as a female boss on the chair. So, and I gave myself as a challenge for 1 year. It was like my challenge to myself. And within a year, yes, I was able to do. So, yes, slowly and steadily that acceptance was there. But still, yeah, my professional goal is to still reach on the top in this construction field. It's a very different field, male dominated. And like since mine's into infrastructure and industrial construction, so in majority of the sites, like the females are not allowed in the site due to their own safety reasons. So I'm struggling for that, to get those things, like they should allow females also at the site because they're female engineers, they're female technicians and all that. So I'm looking forward for that should start.
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. Why do you think that is, man? We've come a long way. The years are going by, but change is just happening very slowly.
Very slowly, but it's happening. But it's happening. Suppose if you say like Tata, they have started like their sites where only it is a female-oriented site, from the labor to the top, and it's females. So it is there. The changes is there. It is coming, but it's a little slow process. And in India, you know, things go a little slow. There's so much of ifs and buts and so much of rules and regulations. So it takes time, but it will happen. It will happen for sure. And it's happening. Change is there.
Would you say more people need to, more women particularly, would if they come out more confidently, just face them, or just campaign together, or is there any way which you could say in
No,
this time and
it's
age?
nothing to campaign as such. That's you need to have like confidence in yourself. You need, and a very good example is of Sudha Murthy. If we say, like long back when she started her career, she did her engineering when she was the only female in the whole university, as we have seen her interviews and all. Like she was only, and she has got so much of like terms, conditions that you cannot wear suit, you have to wear sari, you can come by this time, you can go by this time. There was no female toilet separately. In those years when she can create a space for herself, then why not now? Now we are, the technology is so high, there's so much of facilities. So I don't think this campaigning and all will solve any purpose. It's only you who can do the change.
On that regard, was there anything that you would wanted to do, let's say before your shift or during your shift business, that you're still trying to make time for? Let's say, for example, you would like to write, or something that you'd like to do as a hobby which you've never found time, or maybe you're trying to do something like that.
The bucket list is too huge.
Maybe just one time
You very well aptly you told, as a horse riding, I just wanted to do that. Yeah. So, but time is something like we can manage. It's in our mind only. Like if you want, like 24 hours is for everyone, I believe. But somebody convert it to like 48 hours, somebody convert it to 100 hours, and somebody cannot convert it to 2 hours of working also. So it's all in our mind. If you want to take out time for something, we can. If you don't want to, we cannot. Because some people are working so much, somewhere at this place, somewhere at this place, because of how you plan yourself.
Okay, okay.
So it's all your mind game.
So this is just a generational question. In this time, everyone has a short attention span. Let's say even at work or personally. How can we make the most out of time, would you say, for any of the young generation out there?
I think young generation is very smart nowadays.
Okay.
They're very logical. They're looking for logic. Once the logic has been explained, they can do the work like instantly. They're so techno savvy, and I think in our generation, like what we have learned in years or months or slowly, now it's on tips very fast. Like today it's the smart working, not the hard working. Our generation was hard working. Now it's the smart working. So it's easier. But the only thing we need to explain and convince them. So once they are, and a very best example nowadays you can see like the youngsters. This generation is lacking a bit of patience. So that I definitely want this generation, the young generation, to have more of patience in them. Yeah. So that is a little bit lacking. Otherwise, they are doing wonderful. And they are very practical. Very, very practical.
Nice, man.
I can see the change, like my children from first to the third. Like, what is it? A formula difference I can see. The change of the thinking pattern, the logics. It's phenomenal. Yes.
Person of inspiration, or is there any source of inspiration throughout your journey? A single person or any incident or anything that inspired you very much that you always remember about it?
To be very honest, for me personally, maybe it will sound something like I don't know, but for me it is always a battle of me with my better version of myself. That's for me. But once you say if I admire anyone, I definitely admire Sudha Murthy. I admire Michelle Obama. So
Or anyone who's inspired by you, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people out there.
yes.
What would you like them to take away from, let's say, your journey, your story? Because it is an inspiring story.
No, thank you. No, there are people, so they say everybody has their own story, own different line of thing. So there are ladies like those who have become very self-sustained, they have become independent, like they have started their own business, and in fact they have built their own house with their own income. So that is somebody like those who were very, very like in a conservative family, like in the North Indian traditions, they have this gungat and all, like the sari, you cannot move out. So right now they have come out of all those, and the best part, what gives me joy, when their husbands comes and tell me ki, yes ma'am, but you have changed us so much. I, being a husband, I was not able to, and even I didn't thought of that it can be done. But you have done that change, so we are really thankful to it. So the different stories depends on the person to person.
And ma'am, you moved to Coimbatore and you've been here for 20 years?
20 years,
20
yeah.
years.
Yes.
So what keeps you here, ma'am? Do you have your heart here now, or is it just the place, the people, or?
It's everything. Like I really always love the people here, the tradition, like people in Tamil Nadu especially, like so that was one of the very much, like I feel like God is everywhere, too much into mythology and God and pujas and all that. So that is there, the tradition, the culture, the safety, the education, everything. So I really love this in South. So yes, I never thought of going out from here.
Okay.
Because normally I have my business pan India.
Okay.
So we do travel a lot. So everywhere we have guest house and other things. But yeah, the base is Coimbatore.
But if you were to travel to any place in the world, would you have a place in mind? Any place you really want to go?
It is like a separate, suppose in case if you're going abroad, then if I want to travel Amsterdam.
Okay.
It's a really lovely place. So the Tulip Gardens, yes, that's there.
The same thing. What was your question as from before? As a life coach, what's your philosophy, or how do you put the advice across to people? What's your main philosophy in life? If you have one, I'm sure you have. Yeah.
No, definitely. Like the philosophy is nothing great. It's a very simple. Again, like to have self-belief in yourself, not to underestimate. That is the only thing what I see common in everyone. Like they don't know what to do. They don't know the path where they want to go. So somebody needs to show them the roadmap. So that is what they are lacking in for. Then they are afraid of dreaming. If they're dreaming with guilt. So for me, like, no, you please dream. The dream is that powerful, that will give you powerful impact. Once a woman grows, the family grows, and the family grows, the nation grows. So I just want them to come out of their fear, their anxiety, that they are not doing anything wrong. Because majority of them, they feel like in case if they dream, they will do injustice to their responsibilities. They'll become selfish, where it's not that. Because once they grow, they can uplift all the women all along them. So it's very important for them to grow. And I think if a lady can do a multitasking at home, she can do a multitasking at boardroom too. Because the thing is that, like, in our upbringing, it has been so much inculcated in our mind that the leadership is been catered to certain category of people or a certain category of gender. It's so much of gender biased. Like from the small childhood also, we will say, if a girl is going, you take your brother along. Maybe if the brother is 5 years old and if the girl is 15 years old, no, you take your brother along. Brother doesn't think that he is strong, but he will understand that my sister is like maybe a little weak or maybe I'm a stronger person. So that mindset what is inculcated, so which we need to shift. That is very important. The boys cannot cry, boys can do this, boys can take the family decision, they can take the financial decisions. So like the ladies doesn't have a say into the family, because I came from that background where ladies don't have a say into the family decisions, not into the financial matters. They cannot go out, they cannot stay overnight, nothing of those sort. But slowly as time is changing, the awareness has come up, but I think it still needs to be worked on a more, because this generation is working on this, both boy and girl, but in our generation still people are lacking into that, so they need to come out of it.
Was it tough in your family when you made that big change? But there are a lot of opposition. How did you overcome that?
Yes, to be honest, it was there. It was there. Like, what will you do? What will you do? It's just for a namesake. You will not able to do anything. You don't have that background. You are just showing up for just a choice, maybe for an amusement. You are doing it for some time. But those words, instead of demotivating me, I took them as a challenge. I'll prove myself. I have to. So that motivation to myself, that led me to the next and next and next pedestal. So that was very important. I'll tell you one story. There is a story of, there was a frog, a whole community of the frogs staying into the well. One of the frogs, he was having the hearing problem. He was not able to hear properly. So they thought like, we will go out of the well. So they started, few of them. So the rest of the frogs started shouting, you cannot go, you cannot go, you come back, you come back. So the rest of the frog came down. One who was having the inability to hear, he thought that everybody is pushing or cheering me. So he, with the double of his force, he started like traveling to the edge, and slowly he came out of the well. So at times that ignorance is bliss, because he thought that they are cheering me up, but whereas they were pulling him down. So the people always around you in the society, in the family, a lot of times, they always try to pull you down rather than to encourage you. So try to ignore them. Ignorance is bliss. Once you do that, you'll be able to jump to the next level.
It's a wonderful story. Thanks, man. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
A lot of us will take lessons from that.
Thank you.
And your life, of course. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Surya.
Inspired by your journey.
Thank you.
Hope we meet you again.
Sure, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.